Hot Dog Bookmarker and I are back. Last thing I read was they're in the animal shelter. The police, a police officer was there, and like the owners, Boots and Cowboy, evacuated a bunch of the animals, but they left Bob and 8 other animals, and they're trying to kind of, what are they going to do? Here we go. A question. We do all we can, which isn't much. The rain hammers, the wind shrieks, sirens come and go in the distance. I wonder what Ivan and Ruby are doing. And what about George and Julia? Where are they? How are they? Boss seems scary calm, tough as old jerky. She looks the way I want to feel. Before long, the water is lapping onto the floor of our cages. It's ice cold and moving quick, 1 inch, 2. Every now and then someone whimpers or moans, but mostly we're quiet. If you stand on your hind legs, guys, do it. Climb on anything you got, I suggest. I turn to Boss. When I say go, I want you to climb on my back. It'll buy you a little time, maybe. No way. Please, I need to do this. Boss just stares at me. She's so thin, I can see every rib. To make it up to you, I add. What are you even talking about, Bob? I look away. I'm sorry, I say, not sure where my words are taking me. I should have saved you, Boss. Saved me? The thing is, I heard you on the highway, and I should have... My voice trails off. I stifle a sob. Bob, we were puppies, tiny puppies. Don't be ridiculous. How exactly were you going to save me? I don't know, but I should have tried. We both did what we had to do. Boss nudges me gently. Bob, this is crazy. I can't seem to forgive myself. I whisper it, but I know she hears me. I should do that again. I can't seem to forgive myself. I whisper it, but I know she hears me. Beneath the water, I feel a paw on mine. I forgive you, okay? Not that you need it, mind you. One condition, though. I nod. Wait. You have to forgive yourself, too. Again, I nod, and slowly but surely, something fine and warm begins to fill my heart. All right, we've talked all about this whole bit, him being a coward. He's been carrying a lot of what we call guilt, okay? Which just means he's been carrying all this, like, regret and all this stuff, that feeling bad for himself that he didn't rescue her then. And she's saying, you need to let it go. You need to forgive yourself. I forgive you. Like, let's move on. That's what she says. That's what dogs are supposed to do. They're supposed to forgive really easily. Romeo. I'll show you the picture in a second. Before I can say anything more, Snickers calls my name. Bob, dear, there's something I want you to know. Boss winks at me. Listen up, brother. Sure, Snickers, I call. What's up? Ahem. Snickers makes a little throat-clearing noise. I've kept us locked inside me all this time, but now facing the end, I feel the need to unburden myself. Really, Snick? I say quickly. There's no need for that. The thing is... Snickers pauses for dramatic effect. I love you, Bob. I always have. I love the way your cute little tail gets all curled between your legs when you're embarrassed. I love the way you hum to yourself when you chew your kibble. I love the way you drool when you take a nap. I think I'm getting the picture, Snick. Thanks. That's awful nice of you to say. And, Snickers says. Boss can't hide her amusement. Go ahead, Bob, she whispers. What can it hurt? We're all gonna die anyway. Bobo? Or Bobo? Snickers calls. Wait till you see this picture. There's Snickers. Yeah, sure. I think you're pretty swell too, Snick. And what is it that you love about me? I close my eyes, take a deep breath. Well, those pink boots of yours, those are cool. And? I swear I'm trying, but I'm totally drawing a blank. In fairness, the water's up to my belly. My teeth are chattering so loud I can't hear myself think. And, I begin. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. How hard is it? Wait, I gotta do my squeaky. Oh, come on. How hard is it? Yells the bunny who's perched on a pile of wet Timothy hay. She's a looker. And she's smart. And she's way too good for the likes of you. Try that, Romeo. You're a looker. And you're smart. And you're way too good for the likes of me, I repeat. Snickers lets out a contented sigh. That wasn't so hard, was it? Boss asks. I groan. Sis, you have no idea. An interesting life. Romeo's like a romantic man from Romeo and Juliet. An interesting life. An awful noise comes, like a tree trunk splitting in two. While we watch in disbelief, a piece of the roof, the size of a Great Dane, simply vanishes. Rain gushes through the hole in torrents. Boss, I say, it's time. Jump on my back. And that's a good idea because why exactly? Because maybe you'll get your turn, I say. Your chance to have things go your way. I've had an interesting life. I want you to have one too. Bob, at best you're buying me a couple extra minutes, Bob says. Sis, I'm like 30 seconds older than you. You're not the boss of me. Please? Why? Just because you're a guy, I could take you down in a second with three paws tied behind my back. And if you get out of here and I don't, I continue ignoring her, there's a place I want you to go. Sit on the front porch, wait for the humans who live there. Who are you kidding, Bob? We're both about to die. 3 blocks up, 4 houses down to the left. Look for a big oak tree. Guy named Nutwit lives there. Nutwit? She's suppressing a smile. Say it, I command. Fine, whatever. 3 blocks up, 4 houses down, Nutwit. We go back and forth like that, arguing, bantering, trying not to hear the terror of our cage mates. And I think maybe I'm starting to hallucinate a little. I'm starving and freezing and I feel kind of dizzy. All the smells and sounds are mingling together, and crazy as it seems, I actually think I catch a whiff of Ivan. Oh, that's kind of cool, I think. At least I'll be remembering my best buddy when I die. There are worse ways to go. Did you catch that? He's saying that if something happens and if she survives, she needs to go to George and Julia's house. So it's just down the street. Go there. They'll take you in. Hey. The water laps at my mouth, foul-tasting and frigid. Now, I say to my sister. Get on my back now. I'm saving you whether you like it or not. Something in my choked voice scares her, I guess, because she leaps right onto my back with a horrified yelp. I blink back muddy water. A silver presence looms before me. Still, I'm not entirely sure it's Hill until I get a real big whiff of banana. Hey, Bob, says Ivan. Giant monkey and sea monster. The screeches of terror are ear-splitting, and my poor ears have endured plenty by this point. Folks, I cry, relax, he's here to save us. Monkey! Screams the orange cat. Giant monkey! I beg your pardon, says Ivan. The bunny cowers in a corner of her cage. If King Kong is here to eat us, I'd rather drown. Sea serpent! Screams the beagle. An arched gray trunk glides past. Ruby! I exclaim. She's just tall enough to keep her head above the water. Ivan! Ruby! Snickers calls in a delighted voice. Over here, dears. Long time no see. Hey, Snickers, Ruby says. Snickers wags her drenched tail puff. My, how you've grown, sweetie. Excuse me, says Gray Muzzle, but maybe the happy reunion could wait till we're, not underwater? Ivan taps his chin. He's always slow, always deliberate. I like that about the guy. Except when I'm about to drown. We need to get all of you to higher ground, he says at last, but the current's tough to fight, even for Ruby and me. There's always the roof, I say, but it's damaged. Ivan nods. Seems there's a tree on it. Look, Uncle Bob, Ruby says, paddling back and forth. I'm an Ella mermaid. Kid always makes me smile. Good work, Ruby. I've got an idea, says Ivan. I'll take multiple trips, so I'm going to start with the smallest creatures and work from there. My sister gazes down at me from her perch on my back. You actually know this ape? He's my best pal, Ivan, and I go way back. A long pause follows. Bob, Boss finally says, you weren't kidding. You really have had an interesting life. To safety. One thing about being a silverback, that strength of 8 men thing can come in handy. Ivan starts with the bunny and the dachshund, one on each arm, along with 2 cats perched on his shoulder and head. One more trip, this time with the beagle and Snickers, and then Boss and me are on our way. Ruby holds tight to Gray Muzzle's collar, and he manages to paddle alongside her, using Ruby as ballast. There they are. Takes us a while to cross the street. The current's swift and the water's up to Ruby's neck in places. Ivan, I ask as we approach the other side, did they find George and Julia? They're okay. A little banged up, but fine. They made it safely to a keeper's shed. Tree fell and blocked the door. I choke back a sob of relief. Me too. Me, Miss House, he is choking back a sob of relief too. George was out looking for you when Ruby and I left. How? How'd you find me? Ruby saw which way you were running, says Ivan. And don't forget that gorillas and elephants have great noses, Bob. Maybe not dog level, but not bad. We followed your stink, Uncle Bob, Ruby exclaims. When we reach the far side, I see where Ivan has deposited our fellow inmates, the parking lot of a donut shop. The lights inside are off like everywhere else, but I glimpse a few flickering candles and people are milling about. Come on, everybody, Ivan calls. Let's get you inside. I'm hoping those folks won't mind a bit of company. As we gather at the entrance, Boss pauses. I'm gonna head out, she says, avoiding my gaze. What? I demand. I just found you. You can't leave now. She hesitates. The puppy. Thought maybe I'd check. I mean, I know he's probably gone. She looks at the muddy pavement. It's crazy, I know. Yes, I said firmly. It is crazy. Besides, you're too weak and your paw's injured. My voice grows urgent. Think about it, boss. What are the odds he stayed in the car and waited for you? Who knows where he is by now? Yeah, she looks defeated. I suppose you're right. What's wrong, Bob? Ivan asks. My sister. Whoa! Wait. My sister. Whoa, wait! This is your sister, Uncle Bob? Ruby interrupts, turning to Boss. Then that means you're my aunt! Right, because he's Uncle Bob, so now this is Aunt Boss. Boss has a puppy, I explain. Stuck in a car near the bridge. I point with my nose. Ivan doesn't know his way around town the way I do. That way, not far. She wants to try to find him, but, well, you know, he's probably long gone by now. I know my words are harsh, but I'm trying to protect Boss. No way that puppy is still alive. Ivan strokes his chin. Why don't we get everyone settled inside, he suggests. Then we can figure this out. Never mind, Boss says. Bob's right, it's nuts. Way too dangerous and probably too late anyway. She takes a deep breath. He's not exactly the first pup I've lost. You'd think I'd be used to this by now, wouldn't you? I don't know what to say. I want to make her pain go away, but what can I do? I'm no bigger than Boss's and certainly no smarter, and I've got my own problems. My busted nose, my aching foot, my angry stomach. Look out for numero uno. That's my motto for a reason. It's kept me alive this long. Then, to my surprise, some fool blurts, I'll go find him. And apparently it's me. So Bob said, I will go find him. Yay! We'll go, Ivan says. Yay! More swimming! Ruby cries. It's not safe, Ruby. You have to stay here. I promised Akello I'd watch out for you. I made it this far, she says, donning her elephant pout face. Ivan and I sigh. It's exhausting, all this responsibility, this worry, this love. Promise to stay close? I ask. She holds up her trunk. Elephant's honor. 'Cause Akello will make dog soup out of me if anything happens to you. Yuck, Ruby giggles. Hey, did you know I can almost do a somersault in the water, Uncle Bob? Ivan taps politely on the door to the donut shop. But even a polite knock from a gorilla sounds like a visit from a wrecking ball. The door opens a crack. I think 2 or 3 people may have fainted, but we can't stay to find out. I hop onto Ivan's shoulder, and the 3 of us head off. I glance behind me to see Boss standing on the pavement, watching us. In the darkness and rain, I can't read her eyes, but I'd like to think there's hope in them. They're off to see if they can get Boss's baby.